You're looking at Beatrice Fihn, and you are the executive director of ICON, the International Campaign for the Abolition of Nuclear Weapons. You won the Nobel Peace Prize in 2017. First of all, congratulations. Beatrice, your organization has put out a statement that's critical of what we've seen today. Tell us why.
Well, first of all, we're very positive about the diplomatic effort. I mean, diplomacy is preferable to war. Definitely. So we really appreciate that they come here and meet. However, there wasn't much new in the statement. The commitment to denuclearization of the whole Korean peninsula was not new, and there's still a very lack of understanding between the two states what that actually means in practice. And we also worry that this is not anchored in the international law. There's a multitude of treaties and international organizations working to verify nuclear disarmament, to set the legal boundaries for nuclear disarmament, and those are not involved. So we really look forward to this process that's now going to start with Mike Pompeo and the DPRK on really getting into the details of this. That's where the success is going to be.
What are the most important details to be looking out for?
Well, what do you mean by denuclearization? South Korea, for example, what role do they play in this? South Korea still participates in exercises to use nuclear weapon on North Korea. That has to be a part of this conversation as well. And then, of course, how are you going to verify this? What kind of timeline? And I think that that's where you have the Treaty on the Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons that was just signed by UN members last year. That's a really important instrument that needs to be brought into this.
And maybe one final question. In Israel, we obviously are very concerned about Iran's nuclear program. There's an intense debate about the Iran nuclear deal. We should say not very popular on the whole in Israel. Your organization is a supporter of the nuclear deal. How do you think that this process with North Korea is or isn't connected with what's happening with U.S. policy towards Iran?
Well, the Iran deal was a very solid agreement. It had verification and inspections, and that was ripped apart, which we were very critical about. It was working, and the IAEA was verifying that Iran was not developing nuclear weapons. However, this deal or agreement, or what it is, we don't really know yet, has no verification, and we don't really know the details yet. So I think it's really the hard work yet remains. We're going to have to see what's going on in the next weeks.
Beatrice Fihn.